Alright guys, I'm Charles with GP Mushrooms. Today I'm going to show you how to put together one of your 2-pound mushroom blocks. Today I'm going to do a Florida oyster. You're going to need 1 bag of substrate, 1 of your bags of calcium hydroxide. Now all the stuff comes with your kit, zip tie, and a grow bag. 2.5 cups of water, and I like to use a funnel for when I'm putting my substrate into my bag. I used to just use my measuring cup here just to scoop it all in there. It was a bit tedious, but if you fold it in the top, it'll kind of hold the opening open better, and so you can put the substrate in by just using like a coffee cup or a scooper. Of course, you're going to need a mixing pot or bowl and a spoon. You don't have to necessarily use a big giant spoon, but you know, I like this spoon. Just remember, the substrate will expand. So make sure you got a good sized pot. It's not going to expand that much. It's just going to, right now it weighs about 1 pound. It's going to expand into a 2-pound block. So let's begin. Okay, so we're going to start off by pouring in 2.5 cups of water. Now, of course, I got to refill this. Now you're going to add 1 bag of your calcium hydroxide. Now be careful, don't get this in your eyes, and don't let it sit on wet skin for too long. Just, it can kind of irritate your skin. It could definitely irritate your eyes. And when you pour it in, make sure you pour it in really low, okay? Because you don't want it to dust up. Breathing dust in, any kind of dust, is just not healthy. This is okay, now just kind of mix it. See how that water is turning nice and white? Okay, now this is raising up the pH of the water. This is the secret to my products. This is called the cold pasteurization process. Okay, now you're going to pour in 1 bag of mushroom substrate. Sorry, kind of hard to open. Now this mushroom substrate is made of hardwood pellets, alfalfa, and soy pellets. Now I do grind the pellets up to make it easier for you to stir and break down. Now when you stir this, you got to make sure you stir it up really good. You want to break up all the pellets because it needs to be able to absorb all the moisture and raise the pH. And that's what's going to keep it from getting contamination. All right, I'm going to keep stirring. Okay, I got my substrate broken down really well. I stirred it. I kind of walked away for like 2-3 minutes to let everything absorb the water to make it easier for me when I stir it. Now this bag was pretty solid. It was a solid mushroom spawn, so I'm just breaking it up inside the bag. With this process, you can actually work out in the open. You can actually touch the mushroom mycelium. It's not going to hurt it. You don't have to worry about contamination. And just kind of pour it in there. Get it on there. Don't take much spawn, that's for sure, to make this fruit or colonize the fruit. Now stir it. See, there's some big chunks. Go ahead and just kind of rip it up. That's just going to make more inoculation points inside your substrate. The Florida and the blue usually get pretty solid with mycelium. It's a pretty aggressive strain. The mycelium definitely gets pretty tough. All right, mix it. All right, now I'm going to bag it. Okay, now when you put the substrate in your bag, make sure you push it down, kind of firm, not super hard. Okay, you don't want to stretch out your plastic. Now you're going to want to put your zip tie at the top, and you want to make sure your plastic is tight against your substrate. If it's loose, then the mushrooms are going to grow in random places in the loose spots of the plastic, and you don't want that. Because what we're going to do is we're going to put holes in here. You're going to see that the bags are already perforated with some holes, but you have to just make them wider. You know, it's kind of just a little layout for you, so you know exactly where to poke holes. It seems like I guess the hole placement is very important. Just what's going on is you want your mushrooms to grow out of one area, right? It's going to be a circle of holes on this side and a circle of holes on this side. Now that's going to help concentrate the growth of your mushrooms in one spot, giving you a bigger flush of mushrooms. And of course, these need air so the mycelium can colonize the substrate. So, you know, this little circle holes right here, all in one spot. It don't have to be too crazy. And there you go. Now your mushroom block is made. Now, make sure this does not sit in direct sunlight. Make sure this isn't roasting in a room that's like 90 degrees. Uh, and it'll start to colonize. It'll turn nice and white. And then when it's nice and white, it'll be ready to fruit. So then you'll follow my other video on it's called my box technique. I always try to keep everything as cost effective as possible and accessible to everybody. So once this is nice and white, you're going to place this in your box and start spraying it. But find that video. It's either going to be on my website, it's definitely on my YouTube, and that'll be your next step after your block is fully white and colonized. Don't spray this beforehand. All right, you guys, enjoy your journey.